What's up, meatbags? It's the often imitated, never duplicated Tony TGD. And what you just saw were two adult film stars singing cute anime type music. What's up, Bob? How you doing today? Bob, you alive? You with us? Seems I've killed Bob. Anyway, we're going to be talking. You back with us, Bob?
Yeah, I'm back. Hello.
I cut the song short. I didn't want to get a copyright claim.
Oh, you can still get a claim.
Maybe not. Maybe we'll pass the filter. So how you doing today, Bob? You feeling good? Feeling all right?
Yeah, awesome.
We're going to be talking Japanimation, not anime, because anime is a dirty, dirty word around these parts.
No, it's not.
It's the dirtiest of all dirty words.
Boo.
We're going to be discussing just in general terms because I wanted to sort of get prepped because when I go on vacation next week, which I am going on a work vacation for 2 weeks, I'm going to record a whole bunch of Friday night Japanimation videos where I give some reviews over some new, some old, some current Japanimation movies, TV shows, and the like. So I just want to get a little discussion going, a little talking. No blinded today. Yeah, I don't know where he's at. He was the resident expert. So what's going on, Evil? We got Evil. We got Oof in the house. Trademark pending on that. Sweet Tender Hooligan. I believe Tommy O and 56K warning. They were here earlier. It's not anime. That's a dirty word. We don't use that word.
We definitely do. If you had a room full of anime fans and you asked them,
if they're anime fans, then obviously they're going to say anime because they're idiots. If you had a room full of Japanimation fans, they're going to tell you that that is the correct term.
Yeah, but they're in the minority compared to the majority. The majority of people call it anime. It's just people like you who call it Japanimation.
Not Japanimation. Jesus, that's why the word was changed, Bob.
It was never changed.
It's Japanimation. Yes, it was. It was Japanimation when it first came over here.
I find that term offensive.
Yeah, when you say it the way you said it, Japanimation.
Yeah. So what was your first anime?
Well, see, that really depends on how far back we're going. What are we considering? Is it the first one that I knew was Japanimation? Or is it the first one that I actually saw?
The first one you saw.
It's probably going to be Speed Racer. My father, who hates Japanese animation, loves Speed Racer. And he hates when I point out to the fact that, hey, Speed Racer is Japanese animated. What about you, Bob? What was the first time that you experienced Japanimation?
I'm pretty sure it was Akira when I was about 13 years old. And I saw it because my granddad in Suffolk, he owned a supermarket store, or he does own a supermarket store. He owns a chain of them now. He used to rent out, or I don't know if they do anymore. Well, no, obviously not. They used to rent out VHS, and I saw Akira on the shelf. So I wanted to watch it, and it was 15 rated, and I was too young. And I nagged and nagged every time I went down there, and eventually I got to watch it. And yeah, I was too young to watch it, and it kind of corrupted me.
Well, it is overrated, as we have said several
times. It is not overrated.
It is so overrated. Real quick, Tommy got triggered. Wants to know, is this going to be a long stream? It's going to be as long as it needs to be. We're just going to sit here, riff a little bit on Japanimation. Bob's going to keep using the incorrect term of anime, and we'll probably argue a little bit. What's up, Finbar? I see you popped in. So you're saying prior to watching Akira, you never seen any of the 80s cartoons that were around, like Voltron?
No, I don't think so.
Battle of the Planets.
Well, actually, I think predating Akira, I saw Planet Busters, World of Talisman.
Never seen that.
Yeah, it's a really obscure anime. It came out, I think, the same year as Akira, and it was quite influential. If you look at the art style and the tone of it, it's kind of a post-apocalyptic-esque movie, but it also has a lot of comedy, and there's a lot of characters in it which seem to have influenced the guy who created Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball, because it has a guy who looks. Let me get some pictures.
Well, here's the issue. First off, it is only called Planet Busters or World of Talisman.
Or here. Birth.
In the it's called Birth in the original, and it's actually an OVA.
Yeah,
it's based on the manga Birth Planet Busters. Sounds interesting. I've never heard of this one before.
Yeah, I spent years trying to find out what it was called when I saw it as a kid, and it took me a long time to rediscover it and see it again as an adult. Another one I also saw was what's it called? It was actually a edit of maybe Voltron or one of them. Let me see if I can find it. One sec.
All right. So while Bob is trying to find that, one of the things that people mistake is that anime is not a style. I don't care what Bob tells you. Anime is not a style. It's not a genre. It defines a region for which something comes from. It's not anime, Finbar. It's Japanimation. That was the original term. That was a term used when I grew up. That was the term that was on all the little placards in the video stores.
Actually, it was looking here and doing some research. The word anime is actually just a Japanese word that translates to the word animation in English.
Right. It is a shortening of the word, of the Japanese pronunciation of the word animation. Animation. And then they took out the little bit at the end and turned it into anime. It literally just means animation, which is why everything that is animated is technically anime, which is why anime does not work as a term to qualify something as just Japanese. That's why Japanimation, Japanese animation, which is a portmanteau of the two words, is a better adjective.
Well, they say here, outside of on Wikipedia, outside of Japan and in English, anime refers specifically to animation produced in Japan.
Yeah, that's because they replaced the word Japanimation with anime. Finbar says, if anyone wants to own a piece of anime history, by the way, I've consigned my 2 Akira animation cells to be auctioned off in March 23rd. I'll make sure that you can all find them when it comes out. Ooh, interesting.
Nope. Are you serious?
I'd love to know which 2 cells you got there. Are they signed? Is there authentication on it? Tommy says he once saw a porno called Nutbuster. I think I saw that one too.
Oh, you've already consigned them? Shit, if I'd known before, I might have given you a private offer.
How much are you going to offer, Bob?
I don't know. I was going to see what he was interested in and see how much he wanted for them. Don't know.
Well, how much do you think he's going to want for them, is what I'm saying.
Probably over £100 each.
Shit.
I think maybe, 150?
I'd go higher than that, depending on which cells they are and what
condition,
condition and everything. Yeah, they can go for a pretty penny.
Yeah.
But now we were discussing this before the stream, Bob. Why do you believe that anime, as you call it, is a genre in and of itself?
Because it just is. It's factual.
It just is. So what Okay, so we're gonna read the definition of genre. Genre is a category of artistic composition, as in music or literature, characterized by similarities in form, style, or subject matter. So what form is similar between Astro Boy and Dragon Ball Z?
That is from Japan.
That's not a form. That's not what I said. It doesn't say from region. It doesn't say genre is based on region. It says form, style, or subject matter. Obviously, they don't share the same form or style. They share a subject matter, which would be a superhero genre of Japanese animation.
Yeah.
But Kimba the White Lion has the same sort of style as Astro Boy, but it has a different style than Akira, yet they're all anime. How's this possible, Bob? They have different subject matters, so they're not a genre based on subject matter. They're obviously not a genre based on style, and it's not a genre based on form. So how is it a genre, Bob?
I don't know.
Sandra says they're valued at 400 to 600 pounds for the set of two. Told you they're going to be more expensive than that.
Yeah, probably. Shit.
So anime, Japanimation is not a genre by the definition of genre.
There's a few pictures of them in the chat. That's beautiful. The one of Tetsuo falling out the window.
I don't see the
Gabbing with Geeks.
Oh, you should have said in the.
Yeah, I'm one of the. Oh, that's amazing.
I'm going to show them on. Here. These do look nice. Look at that. That is, it's good condition too. Hand drawn. Nice. And the other picture is, looks like he's going through the tunnel.
Yeah. Yeah. Looks like the gang is going through the tunnel while they're chasing the clown gang. And there's that big battle just before Tetsuo crashes.
Yeah. This is a nice fucking cell. It's a shame that I do not have the money.
Yeah, same. Let me share. Yeah, that's my Akira 4K Blu-ray. But I'm so pissed because I got this like a week or two before the 4K was announced, and I so would have got the 4K edition if I'd known.
The overrated 4K edition. All right, so I'm going to show a picture from Wikipedia, but it is a
the beloved classic.
Yeah, it's the beloved classic picture from Wikipedia. Hold on. Now look at this, Bob. These are all
anime.
Right, they're all anime, right? We can agree on this. This is all Japanimation, but they're completely different styles.
Yeah.
Which means, again, that anime, Japanimation, is not a genre in and of itself. The superheroes are a genre. Slice of life, genre. Western, genre. Anime, not a genre. Sorry.
Well, I'd agree anime is not a genre.
You don't have to agree. It's just what it is.
Anime is what we call anime. And I'd even go as far to say, I'm not 100% sure on this, I might be wrong, but a majority of anime comes from manga. So you could even say that anime is animations inspired by manga.
I can see where you would get that impression.
Yeah, I think a majority of anime is inspired by manga. Akira from the manga. I'm trying to. I mean, was I think? Yeah, I'm trying to think of a.
Trying to think of one
Anime.
without a manga.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm sure there's animes which have started out as animes and had mangas after the fact.
let's see. Here are some. The following list are some of the recognizable names that did not come. Code Geese, Cowboy Bebop, Nausicaa, The Valley of the Wind.
Well, Studio Ghibli is Studio Ghibli stuff.
Wolf's Rain, and then some Digimon Rose Wars. So yeah, it is possible, but most are inspired by manga, which is dominating over the woke comic book industry, just killing it. Jamie C says, we used to call anime manga in the UK growing up because we didn't know any better, and the manga logo on the VHS was the only game in town.
Agreed. I used to call anime manga. I'm trying to find the name of the first anime I saw, but all I can remember, I can't remember the name. I've got a rip of it somewhere, but it was an adaptation or edit of Mazinga for the Western audience. Because back in the day, yeah, that's the first one I saw on VHS. My dad got from a local store because when I used to go see my dad once a month because my parents were divorced, we'd go down to the video shop, rent a few movies for the weekend. And that was one of the ones which regularly got brought out.
What was that, Bob? Say it again.
Mazinger, Mazinger. It's about 3 robots which combine into one.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's a good one. So what's your favorite anime? Your favorite Japanimation?
Probably Akira. I know I've said Akira a lot today, but I've got other favorites. I ain't just only about the Akira.
But why is Akira your favorite?
Probably because it's the first one I remember choosing to watch myself, and I just love the art style. It's been such an influential anime through the years. I've shown it to nearly all my friends growing up. And yeah, I just love the art, how fucked up it is.
You cut off.
I just love the art and how fucked up it is. It's just such a crazy story. But if we go apart from movies, I really love Outlaw Star, Macross Plus the movie, all sorts. The earliest examples of manga we watched, I remember seeing Devilman very young. When a friend got a copy of that from his next door neighbor, he recorded off the TV, and that was the original version of that was messed up, just like the revitalized Netflix Devilman. Keep meaning to say Devil May Cry. And then also there was one of the earlier ones I saw was Demon City or Wicked City. I can't remember which one. And obviously, one of the most controversial anime ever made, Yurisaki Dojo, Legend of the Overfiend, and Demon Womb. Watched that quite a few times over the years. That actually grew into a huge series, which I haven't seen all of.
And how old were you when you were watching this? Because that was not anime. That was hentai, Bob.
No.
Then I'm pretty sure that was at the very least ecchi.
Probably. I don't know. Like younger than 16.
Jeez, that's not a series. My first one was Dominion Tank Police. Good series. Finbar says, I remember you beating on this Japanimation drum ages ago, and then quickly abandoning it and going back to anime when nobody would listen. No. I've been beating this drum for years and years, Finbar.
It's a drum you'll be banging solo.
Yeah. The female robot on Mazinger shoots her boobs as projectiles. Have you seen Devilman Apocalypse, Bob?
I think so. I'm just looking up. The full movie's actually on YouTube. I didn't realize.
Evil Stream says hentai is animation made in Japan.
I'm pretty sure I've seen in Devilman Apocalypse. I've also seen the Devilman live action movie, which is fucking awful.
I think all live action anime is pretty much fucking awful.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. So, what anime, Japanimation, whatever you want to call it, have you watched recently, Bob?
Recently, it's been quite a while. I was watching and following Attack on Titan. I got to the last season, which just aired, and I was really hyped because it was the final season in 2 parts. The first part was last year, and the second part was this year, which is so weird. You call the final season of an anime and then air it in 2 separate years. That's fine. I was watching it, loving it, and then halfway through the series, they announced that they're going to finish the story in a movie. And I got so annoyed that I didn't finish the series. I've also watched...
You're not going to go out and watch the movie or something, Bob? You're too lazy?
Yeah, but I was going to binge the whole of season 4 and finish it, or, and be satisfied. But now I kind of want to wait for the movie to come out so I can finish it in a timely fashion. I've also seen like One Punch Man and Mob Psycho. One of my favorites is Miss Kobayoshi's Dragon Maid. I've actually got that on Blu-ray. That's a slice of life anime featuring a dragon maid and a lesbian couple. Well, they're not really a couple, but yeah. Miss Kobayashi finds a dragon with a sword in its stomach, and she removes the sword from the dragon's stomach, and the dragon's like, I'll give you one wish. And Miss Kobayashi's like, I want a maid. I want a maid to serve me. So the next day, the dragon turns up at her house as a maid, and hijinks ensue.
Hijinks. Doesn't it always? Jamie C says Overfiend would be on the same shelf as the rest of the manga VHS tapes in our HMV and our price shops. The stores didn't realize what they were selling.
Yeah.
I think for the first year, I'm going to say the first year where they started selling Japanimation here in my city, at least, they were all mixed together. And then eventually the hentai would have the little 18 plus, like black, it's like a little plastic thing that they put on top of it. So you couldn't see the box or nothing. And it'd be like cordoned off in its own section.
Right.
Now, Oof says if there were octopus tentacles, it's hentai.
Fair. I mean, if there's dick tentacles, I'm pretty sure it's hentai.
Legend of the Overfiend was hentai, but it was cut to ribbons by UK censors, so it became just another adult anime to us.
True. I also saw a season or 2 of My Hero Academia. Did you see that one?
I have not seen that one.
If you love Marvel and superhero stuff, you would probably really dig it. It's really great.
Is it on Netflix? Because if it's on Netflix, I can watch it.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
I don't like watching. I'll check that out. I've heard good things. I'm going to have a long break, like I said, in 2 weeks. So I'm going to try to get about 12 reviews out. I've seen a couple.
Wow.
Have you seen Kotaro Lives Alone, Bob?
No.
Oh, you have to watch this. It's so sad. It is a comedy about a little boy who lives by himself in an apartment complex. And oh my God, they pull at the heartstrings in every episode. It is so sad. Spoilers, but you eventually learn that the little boy's father is abusive. The mother never wanted him, and that's why he lives alone. He's on a quest to become stronger so he can help his father overcome his demons.
Right.
And boy, does it is all kinds of fucked up. Just like it just piles on the sadness. Like
Yeah,
at
I'll
one
have to
point,
check that out.
he goes to the store and he's buying tissue paper, right? Kleenex, right?
Yeah.
And he's really adamant that he's got to buy this very expensive brand of Kleenex, right? And so the dude that lives next door, he's a manga artist who lives next door. He kind of looks out for Kotaro. And he's like, why the hell is he buying the really expensive tissue paper, right? And he ends up seeing on the TV that this dude was talking about how when he was homeless, that he ended up eating the tissue paper because it had nutrients in it. And then he realizes that Kotaro has been eating tissue paper because when his parents left him alone, he had nothing to eat. And it's like boom, they hit you like full blown, like the kids, like it's so heavy. He's like, he has to tell him, hey, you don't need to fucking eat tissue paper no more. We're gonna take care of you and stuff. Just buy the cheap tissue because you don't got to worry about the nutrients in the tissue paper no more. It's just like, damn, like they go full blown. They don't pull no punches. I cried at least twice.
Cyber City Audio 808 is great. I love that.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like a 3-part over about 3 ex-criminals or criminals, and it's kind of a Suicide Squad set up. I think they have bombs in their head, and basically they have to do these jobs, and they're 3 separate stories, and they're kind of intertwined, but it's really cool. La Blue Girl. I got a copy of that for free out of CEX. They left the DVD in the case, and I stole it.
Finbar says, I always remember Manga Video announced they were releasing La Blue Girl in the UK, but when censors got a hold of it, they deemed it unreleasable. They've always tried to release some suspect shit here. Do you know who the artist is on La Blue Girl?
No. I'm sure you're going to tell us.
It is Toshio Maeda. Forgive me for probably butchering the man's name, but he is considered a legend. He also did Legend of the Overfiend, Adventure Kid, Demon Beast Invasion. He is considered the if Tezuka is the father of manga in anime, this is the father of tentacle porn. Okay. Seriously, Maeda is credited with the proliferation of tentacle rape genre. He's basically the tentacle king, okay, of anime. And now a good friend of ours, Vito Giswaldi, is coming out with a comic book called Super Killer. He actually contacted Maeda to do a special variant cover of Super Killer. So there's going to be a tentacle porn variant cover of Super Killers #1 done by Maeda.
Oh, wow.
What kind of crap did I walk into? The worst kind, Bianca, the worst kind.
Oh, Sword Art Online. I love that evil.
I don't care. That shit.
I don't care what people say. At least the first season was great. The first story arc.
I like the first episode. The first episode of Sword Art Online is fucking fantastic. And
They wasted all their budget on the first episode.
No, but I'm all in, right? It's like, if you don't know Sword Art Online, it is they get sucked into a video game and they're stuck inside this. And if you die in the video game, you die in real life. And it's a like Dungeons and Dragons video game. So everyone's scared. They don't want to go out and adventuring. And they're like, oh shit, I don't want to fucking do it. And it's all Dungeons and Dragons. And they make it all exciting. You're like, oh fuck yes, this is gonna be fucking awesome. And then in the second episode, it turns into a fucking harem anime.
No.
Yes, it does. He fucking Kirito collects a whole bunch of women that follow him around and are in love with him. They skip most of the fucking fighting. He's like, we're going to go off to battle. And then like they come back and it's like, where's the battle? Where's all the adventuring? There is none. They go like from floor 1 to like floor fucking 20 in the span of a blink of an eye. Like, oh, we're on floor 20 now. Oh shit, we didn't get to see all the cool battles that you had. Because we're focusing on Kirito and the fucking 6 girls that all want him. Oh my god, he's fucking awesome. And one of the girls ends up being his fucking sister.
I will not stand for this travesty. It was a great anime. I was literally in tears in the last few episodes, man. It's so emotional when Kirito and his girl, and they're like, will we still be in love when we leave? And Kirito gets out and he's running to the hospital to save her. And I think like some bad guys chasing him and tries to stab Kirito. And then he finally gets there and he gets her out the helmet and they're like in love. And it's like, oh, I was in tears, man. Like the last episode, which is really dark and there's rain and yeah, High School Girl was awesome as well.
And then Sword Art Online spins off in the second season with like Gun Gale Online or some shit. That one was actually pretty decent. I was invested in that one. That was pretty good. But then, of course, that just, again, went from like an action series to like fucking slice of life. I'm like, I don't want this shit. Every Sword Art Online game has been like, oh my god, this is going to be awesome. And then like 10 minutes later, I'm like, this is the fucking, why did I buy this game? It's the worst fucking game ever.
Yeah. High School Girl is amazing. Have you seen that?
I have not.
It's on Netflix. I don't know how many seasons.
Score Girl. I thought you said High School Girl. Jesus Christ.
No.
I seen the first, I want to say 4 or 5 episodes. Me and Sidekick Max were watching. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it gets really deep, man. It's worth it, man. It's an emotional roller coaster.
Myself in Comics says Grimgar, Fantasy, and Ash is better Sword Art Online than Sword Art Online. Well, Bianca, if you want to jump in, I'll send you the link. Ooh, they messed up. I'll send you the link so whenever you're ready, you can just jump on in. I'm sure we'll still be here arguing about why Bob's taste in anime sucks.
No, your taste in anime sucks.
And why my superior Japanimation.
I bet you haven't even seen Macross Plus the movie.
No, I have not.
That is one of the greatest animes ever created. It is both visually and emotionally stunning. It's beautiful. The music, the soundtrack, it's absolutely epic. It's part of the Macross series.
I assume that.
One of the things I struggle with modern anime these days is there's just so much of it coming out. To keep up to date with all the anime is insane. They have, I don't know how many seasons they have a year, but they have like the winter season, the summer season, the spring season, and there's so many series all the time coming out.
You know what I started watching? At one point, I was watching One Piece, right? I was like, ooh, One Piece.
Yeah.
This is a good show. And then I stopped watching it, and I was like, oh, I'll get back into it. And I'm like, holy shit. The amount of episodes of fucking One Piece.
Yeah. It's a big endeavor to take it on. I know a guy recently who binge watched the entire of One Piece, and I was so impressed.
How? There's like 800 episodes, isn't there?
I know. I don't know how he did it.
And they're what, like each half hour long?
Yeah, something like that.
No, wait, let me see. There is right now, over 1,000 episodes.
I know. I don't know how he did it. This is like a few years ago, 3-4 years ago.
Okay. Well, 3 or 4 years ago, there was obviously
no, but like he told me he was starting it, and I think it was not even a couple of months. He's like, "Yeah, I've caught up with One Piece. I'm just waiting for new episodes now." I was like, "What the fuck?"
He just all he did was fucking what's that called? Nothing but fucking One Piece. That was like the only thing he ever watched. You really need to watch One Piece instead. It's a fan edit that cuts out a ton of wasted time.
I really got into Naruto Shippuden, however you pronounce it. I thought that was really great. But once I caught up, when it was coming out, I caught up with it and I dropped out because I couldn't be asked to wait for new episodes.
Oof. Jamie C says, "You guys rate Evangelion? What do you think?"
Neon Genesis.
Yeah.
Neon Genesis Evangelion. I've seen the entire series about 2 or 3 times in my lifetime, and it is phenomenal. It is emotionally devastating. Every time I watch it, I'm left questioning life and having an existential crisis. I've seen also the Evangelion rebuilds, which were interesting. I really liked them, but it goes in a completely random, different direction to the original series in the 4th part, which I really wasn't expecting.
What about the end of Evangelion?
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, it's messed up.
Yeah, it is great, but fucked up. It's the only way I could really fucking explain it. It's good though.
Yeah, the rebuilds are on Amazon Prime in 4K.
Oof said, due to Tony talking about it, I went out and picked up Steamboy on DVD. The collector's gift set, director's cut DVD, postcards, art book, and some manga I can't read because it's all in Japanese. Is there a manga for Steamboy?
Manga? Do you mean anime?
No,
Manga? I don't know.
I don't think there is.
Yeah.
I think
Evangelion was great.
Stuff. It is a good movie. What do you think? What do you listen? What do you use, Bob? Do you use subtitles or do you use the dub of things?
It depends. These days, I'm lazy and I watch the dub, but the sub is always more accurate. Sometimes I even watch the sub and the dub at the same time, so I can actually see the difference. It depends on the anime and depends what mood. It depends how good the dub is. My Hero Academia, I really hate the dub of it, so I have to watch the sub.
I use the dub. I know some people are like, "Oh my god, it's not accurate." I don't give a shit. Okay, I don't care if it is 2 or 3 words off, unless it like completely changes the fucking tone or meaning of the show. I don't mind the dub. I don't have time. I can't listen to things in another language. It just annoys the shit out of me. So listening to it and then trying to read and then hearing words in a foreign language, it just throws my brain off.
Yeah.
I do sometimes like Bob, where I'll listen to the dub and put the subtitles, and I'll be like, "Oh shit, it's 2 different things. That's slightly different." But I don't really mind. But I am a dub person. I am also not the kind of person to go out and read the manga of the anime. So if I'm watching Japanimation, I'm watching that, and I'm not concerned about the differences in the manga or how things played out differently. Or the characterization's different. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm certainly intending to read Akira the manga at some point, but it's kind of expensive getting the whole box set. It's like 6 volumes and they're stupidly long. But while we're talking about subs and dubs, I cannot go without mentioning Memories. It's a anthology by Katsuro Otomo, with 3 different directors, and they're 3 different short stories. And one of the reasons I want to shout out is the Blu-ray version, which I'm dying to get and desperate to get. One of my one big YouTuber in the anime scene. I don't know if you know him, Ben the Sage,
I hate that motherfucker.
who does Anime Abandon. His editor Mark Swint voiced Heinz in one of the edits. Yeah, I've gone off Ben last few years. He's gone a bit far up his own arse, and he's a bit.
Yeah, I used to. I was back in the day at Bennett the Sage. I was like, yeah, he's good. And for some reason, like he was reviewing a lot of ecchi and anime stuff, and he was all with it, right? It was cool. And then suddenly, at some point, he's like, was kind of making fun of himself for even liking it. And I was like, dude, it's okay to like tits and ass and boobs in your anime, right?
Yeah.
It's like he all of a sudden became like this like weird feminist and was like, these things are wrong and shouldn't be in your anime. I'm like, what the fuck is your problem? Also, his whole thing with the Grave of Fireflies is completely fucking ass backwards.
Right.
Which Grave of the Fireflies is a fucking awesome movie, by the way.
Did he shit on Grave of the Fireflies?
No, he sort of kind of misinterpreted the meaning because the whole idea that it's an anti-war film when it's really not. If you listen to Studio Chojin, he's got a YouTube channel. He does a real good thing. He's got a couple of videos where he's basically critiquing Bennett's critique and telling you why it's off and not accurate, at least in his opinion.
Yeah. See, I kind of stopped watching Anime Abandon on the regular when he kind of came out and said, yeah, Anime Abandon's over. It's no longer going to be how it is. I'm going in a more documentary kind of direction. And I was just there for the reviews and the ha-ha funny moments.
Yeah. Good on him for losing all that weight, though.
Yeah, big respect for him doing that.
Have you seen the new Baki the Grappler?
No.
Fucking fantastic. All action, no bullshit. She had high school kid Baki whipping ass. People are getting their fucking heads popped in. It's fucking awesome.
Nice.
It's not as violent as Fist of the North Star, but it gets there.
Yeah, Fist of the North Star was good for its time. Bit long.
It's fucking fantastic. Now, the only problem with Baki is it starts in the middle of the of a fucking arc.
Right.
Because there's an OVA for Baki that came out in like the 90s. This is sort of a sequel to that OVA, but also like it skips some of the other stuff. So if you didn't read the manga, you would be confused as to what's going on. They do a decent enough job of explaining who everybody is, but they just, like in that first couple episodes, they're just like throwing names at you. Like, this is this so-and-so, and this is so-and-so, here's so-and-so. And you're like, why do I care about these people? Like, just like fucking like 9 or 10 people just thrown at you. And then in the course of the show, like 4 or 5 more people pop up, and you're like, who the fuck is this guy? Why is he now like whipping everybody's ass? There's a ton of bull in Baki. Well, not the first season. We're talking about there's a ton of bull in the 3rd season, which is called Son of the Ogre. Like the first fucking couple episodes, there's a lot of bull. Also, Muhammad Ali is considered a great martial artist in the Baki universe. And his fictitious son, Muhammad Ali Jr., whips ass.
Right. Oh, Jamie is on fire tonight. Appleseed, absolutely amazing. 3x3 Eyes, I think that's a bit of a lesser known anime. Great. The Guyver, super.
Oh, fucking Guyver's awesome.
Super underrated fictional character. The Guyver suit is one of the most OP weapons in all of creation, and people don't hype it enough. I haven't seen Golgo 13.
Oh, I've seen it. It's great. It's like a James Bond type of anime.
Yeah. All right. But the Guyver had 2 series. There's the original 80s 13
It also had
volume
a live
1.
action movie starring Mark Hamill.
Yep, it did have one. And there was the 2000 series, which was about double the length. But
That's what she said.
it's very sad that the anime never got finished. Very deep lore, very interesting. Yo, Bianca, what's up?
We got the
Hi,
expert here.
sorry.
She's going to yell at us why we're wrong about all the things we said.
Why didn't they just make Baki's not Baki, like in Baki? Why didn't they just do Muhammad Ali's daughter who actually exists?
No, no idea. Probably because when they came up with the idea of having Muhammad Ali's kid, she was too young. Or you can't have mixed martial arts. You can't have women and men fighting.
I realize there's not really any women fighters in Baki.
I don't think there's any.
No. Funny enough, there's another anime called Maki, Maki. Literally just switch the B for the A. It's a red-haired girl protagonist, and it's almost like the same thing, where like Baki and Maki don't really have a plot. It's just fighting. The only thing is that Maki is freaking boring, and it has like a repeat. Is like Maki's like 15 years old, and there's like a repeat rapist offender in that anime who always tries to rape her, and I'm like, what the frick?
What? That's crazy.
Yeah.
And he's friends with her dad too, who are both like 30, and I'm just like, I don't understand.
Wow.
So for Baki, are you talking about the special OVA that like what was it, like 1 to 3 episodes or something, or just one episode, or are you talking about the entire season?
Well, I was just talking about the first season on Netflix, which doesn't have a lot of filler.
No, the original
Well,
Baki.
I was just talking about the first OVA, where I think it's just one episode, isn't it?
Yes, so that's not the one you should have watched. There's literally like I believe there's 24 episodes of the 1990 version.
What? How's it? I never heard of this.
Yeah, I remember watching Baki with my brother, and the way they were talking seems like you should already know these characters, as you said, and I'm like, I gotta look this up, and so I looked it up, and I'm like, yep, there's a 1990 like 20 something like episodes, and so we watched that one first, and then we got caught up with the Netflix one, and now we're like, we know everybody, but like, I appreciate the first season so much because I'm like, how did you go off the rails? Now it's like, oh, hey, you know, Baki's going to be the strongest. You know, he's going to beat up everybody. But they just, like, for the latest, was it the latest season or the season before that where he's in the jail? For like 13 episodes, they make you wait. And you're like, I know he's going to win. Just freaking fight. Just do it. It's so annoying.
What's up, Adam? Finbar says he's pissed to have missed this. Really wanted to talk to Bianca. What's up, Puma Fist? He's also here.
Hi, Finbar.
The thing of it is, yeah, it's the third season, which is called Baki, Son of the Ogre. The first like 4 episodes is him shadowboxing against weird things, and then suddenly we're introduced to Che Guevara. That's right, the communist Cuban dictator's friend Che is a super martial artist and considered like the 3rd most dangerous man on the planet. So dangerous that his satellite follows him around wherever he goes.
He's communist? He's a communist?
He was from Cuba.
Oh.
Cuba.
The anime is really, I don't want to say clever, but they try to be clever. Like, they call him Che. I think they change his last name. And they say he's from an island where there was revolution and he overthrew the government. But it's fucking Che Guevara. It is Fidel Castro's right-hand man, Che.
Japanimation's actually pretty well known.
Yeah.
It's what everybody's trying to call it now because, you know, once you study the Japanese language, they literally call everything an anime.
That's what
Literally
I've been
everything's an
saying for
anime.
years. Thank you.
Yeah, anime is just short for animation.
Yes.
Shrek is an anime to them. Just means
Exactly.
cartoon or any type of animation.
Yes. 100%. That's what I've been saying for years. Thank you, Bianca, for agreeing with me and shutting Bob up. Bob, what'd you say? Majority rules, right? So that's 2 versus 1.
There's a new Dragon Quest anime? I remember, I think I saw a really old one like around the Toonami era.
Yeah, there was a new one. I think, I don't want to say it has a weird twist at the end. Most people are not going to like the twist that comes in the Dragon Quest anime, the new one.
I did like Cowboy Bebop over Samurai Champloo, but it's still not my favorite. But since I like jazz, I still like the opening.
Trigun is dope.
So apparently Trigon, the anime that came out, 1990s, 2000s, that kind of thing, apparently it wasn't accurate to the manga at all.
Oh.
So now they're doing the reboot where it follows the actual story. I believe it's going to be Crunchyroll or Netflix. I think it's going to be on Crunchyroll, and it's like, wait a minute, is this 3D? No. I mean, it doesn't look bad.
I hate it. I hate the new one. I don't like 3D CGI anime. I love the first one so much that it's going to be hard for me to watch.
Yeah, but back to Baki the Grappler real quick, because this show is fucking awesome. And they go to a tournament. I think it's the second season where they go to the tournament. And they're whipping ass of all the Chinese fighters. So the Chinese fighters are like, fuck that, Audible. We're going to make this a team thing now, Chinese versus non-Chinese. And then they get their ass whooped anyway, which is fucking fantastic.
It's so weird. Like, I'm like, I understand some people do have a problem. Like, some Japanese people have a problem with Chinese people, but is this on purpose? Because
yes, it was.
in
It
multiple
was
different times of, not only in Baki, but in so many different types of animes, the Chinese people will always lose. And I'm like, I'm seeing a pattern here.
They just shit on the Chinese people so hard.
But the Chinese person is so cool. And I'm like, can you just win? Please? I just
which
want
one?
you to win.
The one
Rengen. Rengi was his name.
Retsu?
Was his name Retsu?
Yeah.
I knew it started with an R, thank you.
He wins. He wins his fight. He's the only one that wins of the Chinese side.
I know. But then when he fights like one of the main characters, he will usually lose.
Well, everyone loses if you fight the main character. That's why they're the main character.
But he's also kind of the main character. He's a main side character.
I think that was the only problem with the first season of Baki is because they introduced these 4 convicts. It was 5 convicts, right? And they're like, these are like the worst convicts ever. Like, you're supposed to be so fucking scared of them. They're going to like demolish everything in their way. And then like 5 characters that are not Baki just show up and they're like, we'll fucking take them on. And they just whip their ass. I'm like, but wait, you just introduced these guys like they're the ultimate badasses and they got their ass whooped by everybody but Baki. What the fuck's going on?
Yeah, in the original, I believe a lot of them were shown, so it shows like their backstory and all that stuff. Bianca, what's your suggestion to watch for my 8-year-old girl? Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's see. We have Fruits Basket. You can use the original and the reboot version of it. You can watch Iona of the Dawn. Really great one. Oh shoot, the other one left my brain. Can you use Kami-sama Kiss? I don't remember. Maybe Kami-sama Kiss. Maybe. It's been so long since I've seen it. Probably.
Classic anime, because you could probably hit them with a Mobile Suit Gundam. It's not that bad.
Yeah, but it's really
Spy
political
Family.
and boring.
Spy Family is freaking great. I recommend Spy Family to everyone.
Let's see. I know there's a couple cells at work. Probably work. Looking for a movie, Finbar, or are you looking for like a show?
Because we just all recommended shows. Anything Studio Ghibli? Ghibli?
Yeah, Ghibli.
Definitely.
Ghibli, anything of that.
My Neighbor Totoro would I haven't seen it, but that'd probably be a good one.
You've never seen it?
I've never
No.
seen it either.
Not
Oh,
yet.
What the? Really?
Not
My
yet.
favorite is Princess Mononoke.
Not if you see Totoro. Totoro.
Ooh.
However the fuck you want
Maybe.
that. My Neighbor Totoro was fucking awesome. I think that was the first Ghibli. What's up, Multiverse? He's come to cancel us. I think that's the first Studio Ghibli movie I've seen. And after I seen that one, I had to go out and fucking watch them all. Spirited Away. If you got a little girl, Finbar, Spirited Away. I highly recommend that movie.
Oh, hell yeah.
That one, Kiki's Delivery Service is another good one. Ponyo.
That's because Akira is overrated.
Yeah, see, again. The animation is fantastic. It has fucking great visuals, but that's where it ends. It's all style, no substance. You have to read the fucking manga in order to understand what's going on in the fucking anime, which is already
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, so she can go as well. Here's the thing: when all these years of watching anime, watching Demon Slayer, I was like, this is different, and I couldn't pinpoint what it was. And after doing research, that's when I found out that it was written by a woman, and I'm like, that makes so much sense, because when a guy writes a shonen versus when a girl writes a shonen, the way they write their male characters and their female characters is completely different, which is why I can recommend like Demon Slayer to like some girls who are like 8 to 10, 8 plus, you know. But I can't possibly recommend something like Naruto to an 8 plus, since like for Naruto, he does a sexy jutsu thing where he's literally naked, and then you have pervs used for comedy and all that stuff, even though they do get beat up, but that's the whole use for comedy thing. So it's like it's weird, because every time I watch anime with my brother, I choose the spicy meatballs, okay? They're the spicy meatballs. And then when we watched what anime did we watch? So we were watching something completely different, and then that's when he started seeing the pervy characters to the girls, and he was like, yo, what the heck's going on? It was that muscle anime. It was the anime about working out. And, you know, there would be a time where they're like, okay, so here's what we're going to be working out part of our body. Like later in the episodes, they started wearing less and less clothes to show the body. And my brother's like, what the heck? And I'm like, well, this is anime. So they always do that. And he's like, they do? And I'm like, well, that's right. Every time when I recommend an anime to watch with you, we don't see that stuff a lot. For me, I've seen it for years, but he actually hasn't seen much of it. And it's because of the anime I recommend. And I found that pretty funny because I didn't realize it till then.
A Whisker Away is a good movie. It's about a girl who gets changed into a cat.
He says the daughter saw all the Ghibli stuff.
Well, that's not a Ghibli movie. You're thinking of The Cat Returns.
Ah.
Talking a Whisker Away. It's about a little girl who, not little, but she's like a teenage girl. She's kind of depressed a little bit, and she falls in love with a boy. She ends up wearing a mask that transforms her into a cat. But then she learns that eventually, if she stays as a cat, she's going to get stuck. And she was tricked by the mask salesman.
Of course.
As you do.
Wolf Children is also a great one. Made me freaking bawl my eyes out.
Don't watch Ni no Kuni. That is the worst fucking anime. I love the games, but the fucking Japanimation of it was just garbage.
I'm trying to remember one where it was called Summer Something. It was my favorite anime movie too. The fights in that anime are awesome. Possum.
I was watching Kuro Makuro. It is an anime about fucking aliens and like fucking mechs and shit. I was like, oh, this is fucking awesome. Like 4 episodes in, again, it went from an action anime to suddenly it's this love fucking anime about like she's in love with the fucking space samurai, and it was just all the action was gone. They keep doing that to me with these new animes where it looks like it's one genre, and then like 3 episodes in, it fucking changes. Finbar says, I'm going to let her watch this stream tomorrow. She can pick one of your suggestions. If whatever you suggest sucks, I'm coming for you, Bianca. She's going to say, I want to watch
Excuse
Legend
me,
of the...
Yona of the Dawn is amazing. You just got to get past the 2nd episode. I'm telling you, you have to get past the 2nd episode.
If your kid says Legend of the Overfiend or Wicked City, don't agree to those.
Let her watch Berserk. That'd be a great one for kids.
Ninja Scroll or Vampire Hunter D. Fucking love D.
No.
Vampire Hunter D is great.
You don't like Vampire Hunter D, Bianca?
Not to recommend to little girls.
Oh, no, I'm just saying it was a good.
Oh. Then I agree.
Not all of the Ghibli stuff is kid friendly. There's one. What the hell is it called? I gotta look for the name. Talk among yourselves while I look this up real quick. Or don't. I mean, we could just have like dead air.
Sorry. I'm just trying to think. Outlaw Star is better than Cowboy Bebop. By far.
Okay, Pompoko. Okay. Pompoko is a Studio Ghibli film about tanukis, which are the little raccoon dogs,
Tanukis.
right? And so me and Sidekick Max, it had to be like 4 years ago, so Sidekick Max is like, right? So
I know where this is going.
They had this festival, right? It was going to have a Studio Ghibli every month at the local theater, right? On the big screen. So we were going to all of them. Pompoko comes up, right? So we go, we get a popcorn. We're all in, right? Boom. Suddenly, we're confronted by tanukis who are using their giant nut sacks to transform into different things. At one point, they stretched them out and used them like wings in this children's cartoon.
Wow.
Oh, Finbar, I totally forgot. Freaking Mob Psycho 100. I would recommend Mob Psycho 100 too. Freaking amazing.
Finbar says, that's why I didn't ask one of you two knuckleheads. I knew you suggest some wacky shit. I've heard the disgusting conversations you have about body. Yeah.
What the heck?
You don't want to know. Don't watch the last stream we did at the end. It got a little off the rails. Plastic Little. I got that because it was
Snow White with the red hair. Snow White with the red hair is also amazing. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm done.
So is Archer an anime? I don't think it is. Yeah, we already talked about Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great. Bob said he cried like 6 or 7 times.
No, I had 6 or 7 mental breakdowns during it.
So what was the first Japanimation anime that you saw, Bianca?
My first one?
Yeah.
Probably Naruto on Toonami. Mob, M-O-B. Psycho, crazy. P-Y-S-C-H-O? Question mark? Mob Psycho?
P-S-Y-C-H-O.
Mob Psycho is amazing. I absolutely love it. The animation is beautiful. The story is really touching. It's fantastic.
Colorful.
It's colorful. It's one of the most beautiful animes.
You know what I used to watch, which was really good? Was that Case Closed?
Yeah, that was super popular.
Really fucking fantastic. And then they put it on Netflix, and it was no fucking dub. And I was like, what the fuck? I don't want to watch this. I don't understand. They do that for a lot. Like there was that one Wushu movie. What the hell is it?
There was a lot, so
There was one.
to
There was
pinpoint
a big
one.
one. It was like the comedy one where they were fighting the Axe Gang. Fuck is it called? Come on, Kung Fury. Is that what it's called?
Kung Fury?
No, that's what I'm thinking of.
I'm trying to remember. The name is.
You know what the hell I'm talking about?
Maybe.
It was big. There was a lot of fucking gifs about it and stuff. Some memes. It's the one with the old dude.
When do they not have an old dude in those movies?
It's like the whole thing's like a joke, but at the same time, it is also a serious movie. Oh, fuck, this is gonna drive me nuts now.
Is it
Kung Fu Hustle?
Kung Fu Hustle? That's what it was. Oh, they're gonna make a second movie.
Well, they put fucking Kung Fu Hustle on Netflix, and then
Yes.
one day they just got rid of the fucking the English fucking dub of it.
Haha,
now-
good thing
now
I
it's
saw it on
only-
Amazon Prime.
I love that movie. I was like, oh shit, they got it on here. I was gonna watch it. I'm like, where's the English language? What? Nobody gonna talk about Fist of the North Star?
I haven't seen it.
I've seen
Oh.
bits and pieces of it.
Oh, I see it. It's fantastic. Fucking fantastic. It gets a little bit slow. There is one part. Like, I guess you got to read again. You got to read the manga to know all the different moving parts because there is only so much that can be put into a fucking movie or a TV series. But the best part is he's got this secret technique where he hits people and all the pressure points, they explode, right? Literally, like. Well, he fights some dude and he hits him on all the pressure points, and the dude doesn't explode. He's like, "What the fuck's going on?" And he gets his ass whipped. And then he finds out later on that the dude actually was able to move all of his organs to the other side of his body, so his organs are flipped in reverse, and that's why his super secret karate technique didn't work on him.
Dude.
That's hilarious.
You are already dead. Yeah, exactly. And then it ends, but like the fucking Fist of the North Star ends before the big like fight. It's just like a draw, and then like that's it. Like what? Souther, yeah, that was the dude. He was the Fist of the South Star.
What the heck?
Because it was like there was like 4
Yeah.
different karate styles or some shit. It was weird. Okay, Bob. All I heard kind of was Gendo gets Eva and fights Shinji.
Yeah, I don't even remember. It literally fried my brain watching that.
So, what would you say your top 3 anime movies, Bianca?
Anime movies? Dang. Okay, let's see. Sengoku Basara, The Last Party, Wolf Children, and I think I'm gonna add Perfect Blue on there now.
Perfect Blue. That was dark.
I bought the Steel Book.
Didn't
Yeah.
Sengoku Basara have a video game
Yes, based on the video game.
that was basically like a fucking ripoff of Dynasty Warriors?
It's a parody.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's a parody. Sengoku Basara is owned by Capcom.
Well, I know that, but I didn't know it was
No, you
actually
don't.
considered a parody. I thought it was just like their version of events. Because it's the same characters from fucking Samurai Warriors. I mean, they're actually.
I mean, literally use any historical Japanese game about samurai, and it's always the same.
Well, yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Like, there are literal like known people. They're fucking historical people, but they just kind of take it off in their own direction. Versus the Samurai Warrior series that takes it off in their own direction.
I mean, there's many different endings to the games. All of the anime is like canon, but they're also not canon because there's so many different types.
Jeez. I did hear someone in the chat. I didn't hear him. I saw someone in the chat earlier said something about Uncle from Another Dimension. Anyone see that?
Uncle from Another World. That's on
Whatever.
Netflix, but I haven't watched it yet. Too busy watching my Chinese Japanimation.
The Japanimation. What do you what? Which ones are those?
On Netflix specifically?
Or on anything? What is it that you're watching?
So I'm trying to finish the King's Avatar, the one that GIF I sent you at in the group chat. I got to finish season 2 of that. I have to finish Scissor 7. I
Ooh, that
have
sounds dirty.
to. No, it's not. It's an extreme comedy, like 5 minutes per episode. It's on Netflix, or it's like 5 to 7 minutes per episode. It also has a dub, and the dub is like, I'm sorry, I like it. It's a little bit funnier. They got so many good ones. I actually have to find them. That's the problem. They're either on YouTube, like legally for free, or you have to find them on Netflix, and sometimes a lot of them don't even have like English subtitles or a dub yet. There is one that I'm gonna watch. I haven't watched it yet. What was the name? The name was Spicy Girl, I guess. I don't even know what it's about. I didn't even read about it. I'm like, yeah, I'm adding you. Boop. The other ones I have to watch. What is this one? Oh, that's right. That's well, it has like 2 different names. There's the first 2 seasons on Crunchyroll, and then there's the 3rd season that's in YouTube. But like I guess Crunchyroll has the rights to the first 2 seasons, so they're only in Japanese. I don't think they're in Chinese. But it's kind of weird if it's something's translated to Japanese when it's originally Chinese. It feels kind of off. So I have to watch the first 2 seasons in Japanese, and then the 3rd seasons in the official Chinese version on YouTube called The Outcast. But on Crunchyroll, it's a completely different name. All Saint something. That's actually coming out on Crunchyroll next year. But the trailer came out for it, and I was looking at it, and I'm like, this animation is like way too smooth. This actually looks expensive. This is not Japanese. This is a Chinese animation. This is a Chinese freaking property. And then I looked at the comment section. I was right. It's freaking Chinese. And I'm like, I knew it. No way. This is Japanese animation. Chinese is too different. Better.
Have either of you seen Record of Ragnarok?
No.
Not yet.
It's literally about the gods. They get together and decide they're going to destroy the world, right? Because humans are shit, so they're going to destroy the world. However, a Valkyrie decides, hey, wait a minute. There's these ancient rules that we got that says we can stop Ragnarok from happening if the humans beat you in a fight. So it's literally 13 fights between humans and gods. So you get like Lu Bu takes on Thor, Adam from Adam and Eve takes on Zeus, and then you get Poseidon versus Kajiro Sasaki. I think that's his name.
Question: why would Jack the Ripper be there?
Oh, because he's the 4th fight, and it actually ends on the cliffhanger. It's like Jack the Ripper is the human representative, and it's like it ends.
Why would they pick him as a human representative? Didn't he kill a bunch of women?
Yeah, I don't know. They didn't explain. I didn't read the manga, obviously, so they didn't explain in the anime why they picked him. But I guess it's not about like whether you're good or not. It's just like who can beat a god. And they're like, we'll fucking Jack the Ripper.
And they really let him use the women as weapons. Wow.
I don't know. Like I said, it just ends on a cliffhanger. It just ends.
No, I mean like the women turn into weapons for the
the Valkyries.
For the humans. And so you got a guy who's known for killing girls, women, like those weapons, and I'm like, that ticks me off. I don't know why, but the Jack the Ripper, he's been very popular right now, where people are like parodying, is that a word? I'm making like a parody of his work. Oh, he was like a freaking vampire killer. Oh, he was this and that and that. Turns out he was a good guy, and I'm like, can we not do that? I understand that it's fake, but that's kind of messed up in a way to me. I don't know. I don't like that. And Japan does it too. Gosh dang it.
Yeah, well, Lu Bu is not considered a very nice guy either.
No, he's an idiot.
It depends on.
No, historically, he was an idiot.
Not really. Historically, he really wasn't an idiot. I mean,
he was an idiot.
He was misled. He was an
idiot and a simp.
Well, yeah, he simped for the quote unquote most beautiful woman in all of China. Killed not the emperor, but he was like the head retainer who was basically controlling the emperor. Then everybody turned on him.
His foster dad.
Yeah. Everyone turns on him. Then he ends up going with Chen Gong, starting his own shit, gets his shit pushed in, simps over to Liu Bei. He's like, hey, dude, I need help. Dude's like, yeah, come on. Lets him in the castle. Then while Liu Bei's away, he's like, fuck that, I'm taking your castle.
Because of Cao Cao.
And the funniest part of it is he's considered the strongest warrior in Chinese history. And he's actually Mongolian.
That makes so much sense. Out of all the men, Lu Bu, out of all the horses, the red hair.
Yeah. Well, that was a historical horse that supposedly
died out.
If it runs too fast or something like that, it's like fucking starts bleeding from its skin and that dyes its fucking coat red or some shit.
Was that true? Because I heard of this, the body was like a strawberry roan color.
That's what they claim. I don't know.
That's the first time I heard. I just know that it just died out because it liked Guan Yu so much. It was like, I'm not going to eat. And, there's no other horse like it anymore. Punk could have had great ones.
It's all legend. Probably wasn't even fucking that fast. Didn't exist.
No, it was real.
It's a legend. It maybe existed.
What? What's a legend?
The red hair, the horse.
No, the red hair was real. It's recorded in history.
A thing being recorded is not necessarily real.
Yeah, look at the Bible.
The Bible is real.
It's real, but yeah, fail.
The Bible is a thing. The Bible itself is real, yeah, but I don't know if everything in the Bible is real.
No, because people tend to put in their own propaganda in it. Which is why you gotta learn the original language and take it from there. I got my Bible manga.
Yeah, well, Dian Wei is another Chinese general, and they said that he grabbed a bull by the tail and was able to drag it across town.
That didn't happen. What? Okay.
But it was recorded in history.
Not from what I've known. Where are you getting your sources?
From the records of the little Chinese books. The fuck's
I don't know.
Come on, it's Romance of the Three Kingdoms, the book that that series is based
Romance
on.
of the Three Kingdoms is not real.
It's a historical
based-
novel.
No, it's not.
Yes,
There's
it
a
is.
historic. It's based. It's a parody
No.
of the historical novel.
Right, but in the historical novel, they tell you those stories. Some of those stories are in there.
In the Romance of the Three Kingdoms or the original novel?
In the original novel, because it's part historical and part fictional.
No, you're talking about Romance of the Three Kingdoms.
The
There's a
novel.
historical one that doesn't follow that.
No, the real, actual novel book is part historical and part fictional. It romanticizes
That's Romance of the
it.
Three Kingdoms. You can't find the original story translated in English anymore. I've been searching for years.
Right, but
Only
it's still,
Romance of the Three Kingdoms exists.
it's considered one of the 4 great classical novels of Chinese literature.
The Romance of the Three Kingdoms.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's part fictional, part historical.
Right, and so it was still written down. It's still a historical book that wrote a bunch of bullshit down that people believe are real.
What? It's not historical though. It's not fully.
But you don't know which parts are you
It's a
the
novel.
red hair, like the red hair is in this book, and that might
It's
be
also
the
in the
fictional
original.
part. That is the original. That's what I'm talking about.
No,
Bianca.
it's not. You're talking about the half historical, half fictional, which is the Romance of the Three Kingdoms, which is a parody, a novel, fictitious
It's not a
novel
parody.
based on the original.
Yeah, Records of the Three Kingdoms, which also has fucking. It's a historical text, but it's not necessarily completely accurate.
I feel like none of them is going to be completely accurate, but then there's some like the Romance of the Three Kingdoms, which adds nonsense, like characters that don't even exist. And then that's what the Dynasty Warriors game were also based on of.
Yeah.
The Romance of the Three Kingdoms, because it's more of the fictitious part.
A lot more. It's a good series, though. I fucking love it.
Dynasty Warriors?
Yeah.
Which one was the one that sucked? Number
No.
8?
Well, number 1 sucked because it was a fighting game. It was a Street Fighter
Beat
type.
'em up, not beat 'em up. Versus
Yeah.
game.
But everyone after that's been great. I mean,
I
they've
believe
changed.
number 6 was considered the worst, and number 8 was considered the worst because I believe that's when they try to do a whole open world thing on
No,
console
9
for the
is-
first time.
9 is when they do the open world.
That 9, oh, you're right, 9. I have number 8.
8 is good. I never bought 9 because I was like, getting tired of this. Open
I heard
world.
don't buy 9. Well, they're making a 10. Oh, that 9 Empires is on the Nintendo Switch. I love the Empire games though. There's no miss with that.
Yeah, the Empire games are decent. I think 6 was the first one that they cut back a bunch of people and were like,
Yeah,
of
that's
clone
why everybody
weapons and
hated
shit.
it. They took out my favorite character.
not just that, but I think some of the characters they had in there had duplicate weapons of other people or some shit. If that's the one I'm thinking of.
Yes, like Lu Xun and Liu Bei had the same weapons. They both acted kind of differently when you did the charge, but they had the same normal move sets. Which I freaking hated. And then Sun Ce gets a freaking spear instead of Tonfuzz. And I'm like, what are you doing, man? Took away his ponytail. What the heck?
What's Violent J, the anime? Is that
I think he means Violence Jack.
Yeah, Violence Jack, I've seen. Violent J, that's the dude from Insane Clown Posse, right?
I've got a copy of
Amico.
Violent Jack on VHS.
I don't have the console for the Amico. I didn't know about that stuff until I started following Saggy like a few months ago. I'm like, what the frick is an Amico?
Yeah, see, North Korea has a unicorn. They reported it in one of their newspapers a few years back. Unicorns are real. Did you know that, Bianca?
Mermaids are real.
No, unicorns are 100% real.
Nah, it's mermaids.
No, I wasn't making any sort of joke. I'm 100%.
I wasn't
serious.
joking either.
I don't know about mermaids, but unicorns are real because
What?
unicorns are actually just rhinoceroses.
Womp womp.
No, really, it is 100%. Look at the old Oxford Dictionary definition of a unicorn, and it was a rhinoceros. That was the definition. It wasn't until 16th century literature where they started romanticizing. Bless you.
Thank you.
And they made it into the horse-like creature that we know it is. But originally, it was just a fucking another name for a rhino.
Right.
So they were real. As far as mermaids, that was just fucking.
People drinking salt water at sea.
No, what's his name? Barnum, the circus guy. P.T. Barnum. He just took a monkey skeleton and a fish skeleton and sewed them together. Tony with the nerd shit. Yeah, I know all kind of nerd shit.
I know you're.
As well.
Sweet and tender hooligan. I know you're obviously talking about a horror series. I just don't know which one specifically that is. I almost thought it was like Mononoke, and I'm like, wait, that's most likely not it. I don't watch a lot of horror. I know Pet Shop of Horrors though.
Some weird series movie, and there's an evil force possessing someone in a town, and he cuts the faces off kids to frame someone. Then they chop that dude's arms off.
The Devil May Cry anime was pretty good.
The new one was amazing. I liked it. Loved
New
it.
one? What?
Yeah, the Netflix one.
Devil May Cry. Was it Crybaby?
Oh, Devilman
Oh.
Cry. Yeah, Devilman Crybaby. Sorry.
How dare you, sir?
Again, mixed up.
But the Bayonetta anime movie sucked. I heard her manga is not good either.
Was it because they didn't get Helena Taylor to do the voice of Bayonetta?
For the manga? No, I believe she voices the anime movie one.
Well, that's why it sucks. That's why they didn't want to pay her. They only paid her $4,000. I didn't know Kim Jong Un invented hamburgers. That's awesome. He never takes a shit.
North Korea is just something else.
Yeah, what's up with that? Like the idea that he doesn't shit.
He doesn't,
because
though.
he's
The great
considered a
leader
god.
doesn't.
Yeah, but could you just say that God shit?
But then they wouldn't be perfect if they did.
What's wrong with shitting? Who
That's
said that?
considered imperfect.
But
And that's why girls
he
don't
literally
do
controls
that.
all the information. He could be like, "I've decided that God shit now," and then that'd be it. Like, I'm almost tempted. Like, I would, if I lived in North Korea, I would just slip him laxative and just wait till he shits himself. Like, there you go, proof. His whole life just backed up.
Brutal.
Have you seen that one anime where it's basically a cult? It's like a cult recruiting anime.
There's lots of those. You have to be more specific.
No, but this one's like a real cult, not like a fictional cult. Like where the guy thinks he's Jesus.
There's a lot of those. You got to be more specific.
It's the one where they did the SARS attack.
You said Stars Attack?
SARS. Not SARS. What the fuck was it? Sarin gas. They did the sarin gas.
Sarin gas?
Yeah.
What is that?
You don't remember the big fucking sarin gas attack that happened in Japan?
No.
God, how old are you? Like 12?
Yeah.
Rude.
Well, people tell me I look 12, so.
So in 1995, which I believe you're alive for?
That's when I was born.
No. Well, there was a bioterrorist attack where they released sarin gas in the Tokyo subway system. It was by a cult, the Shinruku cult. Their leader basically thinks he's like the new Jesus, and they did an anime about him. And it's like the most whacked out shit ever.
Wow.
So Golden Boy is a good anime. It's a great anime.
Oh, that's amazing. I love Golden Boy. It's so fucking funny. That's great. Have you not seen Golden Boy Tony?
Isn't that like an ecchi?
No.
It's not as hardcore. Like, it's definitely adult. Like, there's some adult aspects in it. Well, actually, there was that one girl with a motorcycle. He knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Doesn't he race her like he's on his bike and she's on a motorcycle and fucking races her over the bridge or some shit?
This guy's like
Yeah.
on the pipe rails beating her, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's an ecchi, Bob.
I'm
Which is
pretty sure
like-
it is.
I don't even know what ecchi is.
It is not. It's like lewd, basically. Like not hardcore. It'd be like a B movie versus or softcore. If that makes sense.
I guess it would be an ecchi. It does have a lot of adult themes.
Ecchi of Japanese animation: erotic, vicious, lewd, naughty, sexy, suggestive.
It's more. A lot of it is suggestive.
Yeah, it
There's
says,
only like a couple like just scenes, like big scenes, but not the entire show.
Well, it says featuring playful, tongue-in-cheek usage of sexualized imagery and situations such as double entendre or flirtation while remaining non-pornographic.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's 100%. Hey, what's up, Haunted Wisp? We just basically been riffing for an hour and a half. I don't know even how we got this long.
Because I'm here.
Yeah, see,
I
that
talk
anime
about it.
Tony was talking about was actually financed by the cult themselves, yeah. And it's fucking bat shit insane. Lupin the Third is fucking dope. I love me some Lupin. They fucked up the movie, the last one they did.
No.
Yeah, Death Note was a good one as well, the anime. A bit dated.
Yeah, I couldn't get past 3 episodes personally.
Oh,
Gesundheit.
I coughed.
Yeah, and you got a problem with it?
Either way, the Lupin series where they made Lupin black. That was,
What?
Yeah.
What? When did this happen?
You didn't hear about this? This was fucking
No.
on Netflix. Yeah, it is Lupin in the modern day, but the main guy is black. It's Omar Sy.
The main guy is black, or he's voiced by a black person?
No, it's live action.
Oh, that makes sense. Princess Jellyfish is amazing. Oh, I love Princess Jellyfish. I would recommend it to Finbar's daughter if she was a little bit older.
Never seen it.
Wait, don't shoot. He's not black.
Yeah, that's the live action French. Yeah, that's what I meant. That one's terrible. It's terrible. Lupin is actually the main persona in the last one. What the fuck was the last one? 5? 5.
Persona 5, yeah.
Yeah. What are you doing over there, Bob? I hear a lot of clicking.
Oh,
You on Fansly again?
no, no, I'm not on Fansly, no. I'm just doing some designing.
Lupin was originally French before Japan stole him away. Yes.
Seems legit.
That's why it's Lupin the Third, because it's the grandson of the original Lupin.
So he's a quarter French.
Yeah. They basically took the idea. It was like, hey, we're going to create a fictional grandchild of Lupin, and they made a manga around it. It's fucking fantastic. Oof's looking at. He's been googling Chusetsu Sekai, which translates to Transcendental World, a somehow totally real anime-shaped propaganda series from 1984, produced by Shinrikyo, a death cult that would later use sarin gas to force innocent Japanese subway riders to transcend from this world to the one of the dead.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oof.
Gogo 13 over Lupin the Third. I don't know.
Shoot, that I reminded myself of an anime, Death Parade. Pretty freaking great.
Never seen it.
Gangsta is also pretty freaking great. Too bad the studio became bankrupt. Still waiting for an anime studio to take the rights. Come on, it's been since 2012.
They're not picking up. They're not picking up.
No.
Pull up the Princess Jellyfish opening theme for the homies. Am I going to get copyright claim for that?
Possibly.
Probably.
Is it good? Is it worth it?
It shows homages from like Star Wars, Bruce Lee, etc.
All right.
Sailor fans, like Sailor Moon, or just sailors? I still have to watch the reboot. I gotta get used to the CGI. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not that bad.
What the hell is this? I don't need the fucking DVD shit. All right, I'm gonna play this, and when I get copyright claimed, I'm going directly to Sweet and Tender Hooligan.
Does the original TMNT opening count as Japanimation? No, but this will get flagged for kids.
Ooh, that
We're
bad.
We're not considered a child-friendly show. Don't worry.
No, but if you show it, it's
Loud.
What'd you say, Bob?
Very loud.
I
I thought you said wow.
This looks fantastic. Fucking Star Wars. Look at this shit.
Whoa.
They should have just made a Star Wars anime because this looks fucking badass.
Yeah.
I believe this is Singing in the Rain. I
Yeah,
haven't seen the movie.
that is Singing in the Rain. That's
Mary
Mary
Poppins.
Poppins.
yeah. The hell is this?
I forgot.
Railway Kids? I don't know.
No, come
I
on,
forgot that
we
one
gotta figure
too.
this out. That's Mary Poppins. Something with a train.
Back to the Future?
Train with an afro.
Hmm.
Someone in the chat's got to know what that is.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang?
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, yeah.
It's been so long since I've seen that.
James Bond, look at that. That's fucking Kill Bill?
Yeah, she's actually a Three Kingdoms otaku.
Would that be considered Kill Bill?
No,
No,
that's
she's
gotta
doing
be
Bruce
Bruce
Lee
Lee.
because she's interested in Three Kingdoms, so Chinese.
Well, I'm just saying because it is a female, and that Kill Bill did wear that outfit in fucking Kill Bill, right?
But Bruce Lee originally wore it. And
Right,
she didn't
that's
have no
what I said.
nunchucks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's that one movie. What the hell is it? Come on, the famous one where he's banging on the glass. They parodied
Yeah.
The Simpsons.
And Wayne's World.
And then they get on the bus at the end, and it's so sad because they're like, they look at each other and they're like, shit, what did we do? I should have let you get married. This ain't gonna work. It's Game of Death. Yeah, Game of Death outfit from Kill Bill. That's what I said. Mary Poppins, y'all.
I believe that's where the homages end.
What the hell is this show about?
So, Princess Jellyfish is a josei, usually for women 18 years and older. It's about 4 different types of women. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4. Was it 5? Don't remember. 4 or 5 different types of women who are different types of otaku. You have the girl in the Bruce Lee outfit who is a Three Kingdoms otaku. You have the main character who is a jellyfish otaku. You have the round one who likes Japanese dolls. You have the one in the afro who is a train otaku, sorry.
I was gonna say, what the hell is a chain?
Train. And then you had one of the girls that's just a guy in female wear. He's a cross-dresser.
I was all in until you said that. Now it's woke.
They actually do talk about like not in the anime so much, but in the manga they did talk more about like trans
The
issues.
Graduate. There it is. Fucking Adam Wilson coming through. That's what that fucking movie is. Anyway, you were saying?
So it's mostly like this guy who sees these girls in an apartment, and he's like, I kind of want to bring out your feminine sides. And it's mostly like helping the main protagonist be like, hey, it's okay to like dress up once in a while. It's okay to feel pretty. It's okay to feel like a princess. That type of stuff.
I think I'm all in. Except for you said it's for girls, so I don't know if I want to watch it now.
Women, 18 years and older.
But I'm not a woman either.
At least you fit the 18 years and older part.
It's true. So many fucking shows I gotta watch.
Yeah, I've got a whole load of tabs open for anime I want to check out now.
So maybe Bob will help me out with my anime reviews. Maybe we convince Bianca to do a couple.
Sure.
I'll try it for sure, man. Just let me know which ones you want to review and watch.
I'll let you know. If you end up checking out, let me know what you think. Definitely. It looks like something up my alley. I used to be really big into Japanimation and anime when I was like 16.
What? But did you watch the good stuff like Bo 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 Bo?
Yeah, that shit's fucking out there.
Never heard of that one. Oh, Bo 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 Bo. I think I've got that on VHS.
Hey, I love the way Bob says, like, I never heard of Bo 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 Bo. Wait a minute. Oh, you mean Bo 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 Bo? Oh, wait,
Yeah,
there's
I've
too
got
many
that on
Bos.
VHS.
No.
Actually, I don't know if I threw it out. I think I've still got it.
Finbar says I'll let Rosie even do the review once we watch some of them. Hell yeah. Imagine Banana Man.
Oh, if you like, Marvel themselves have some anime.
Oh yeah, the X-Men.
One of them's on Disney Plus.
X and Netflix. I think they're on.
Really, on Netflix too?
Yeah.
Oh, Powerpuff Girls anime. Let's go. PPGZ. Powerpuff Girls Z. Where Professor has a son and they have a robotic dog. And the robotic dog calls on the Powerpuff Girls, and then that's where they transform.
I know there was one anime that everybody hated. I think it was called Keijo or something like that.
Keijo. Oh, I'm trying to remember. Did people really hate that?
Yeah, there was like a fucking huge backlash when it came out.
Oh, that's the butt anime. I remember people liking it.
No, I remember regular people liking it, but SJWs were like, "This is fucking terrible. It's the worst thing ever."
What? But there was a fat chick on there, and the protagonist was like, "Wow, like that fat seal's actually gonna do anything," and then she beats her up, and I'm like, "Ha! That's what you get for making fun of the fat experienced girl."
I would think the fat one would have the advantage in such a contest.
Well, she's she won she won all of the stuff back in the day, so she has experience anyway.
Let's.
But
let's
apparently,
do
if you're
this.
skinny or fat or whatever, doesn't really matter.
We'll share the opening so people can understand. What the hell?
Probably.
Or was that a wolf?
I think it was a wolf. It has something to do with her moves. Yeah, it's a wolf.
She farted a wolf. You can't beat that anime. That's it. This
I
is
think one of the
peak.
girls is a bunny. A group of 3 people would watch the simulcast with you and make their own reviews on it and what they thought. Unfortunately, it's no longer a thing. It was so sad that last episode.
Terrible.
And I was like, yo, I literally watched this freaking vampire anime with you guys just to keep up with it, and I hated that anime.
Red Bull says, was Gundam Wing a show or a PlayStation game? Yes.
Isn't it? Yeah, that's true. Yes. There's a Dynasty Warriors Gundam Wing also.
Yes. It's called I Love You, You Hate Me. It's a Barney documentary on Peacock. You gotta check that out. Didn't the guy do adult films or something? The actor that was in the Barney scene.
No idea.
Because I'm
I
pretty
know
sure
that-
I remember hearing something about that.
I just know there's a Teletubbies reboot.
Yeah. That's gonna be weird.
Yeah.
You know, it's a good documentary. Not to get off track since we're talking about anime, but there's a good documentary about the Rockafire explosion, the animatronic band from Showbiz Pizza that became Chuck E. Cheese Pizza. It's a great documentary on it. Highly recommend it. No love for Bleach. I've never seen it.
Haven't seen it.
I also haven't seen it. People want to start watching the one that's going to be coming out on Disney Plus, and they're like, "Yeah, you don't have to watch the other ones, right?" And I'm like, "This is literally a continuation of the other ones." Yes, you do.
I think that's the problem with a lot of the modern shows. Like you got to have some knowledge either of the manga or previous shows, and I ain't got time for that. Like I want to watch One Piece, but shit, I ain't got time for that.
Exactly.
800 is I think there's 1,000 episodes of One Piece now. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Jeez. That's crazy.
All right, I think we've stretched this out as far as we can. We will be more specific because it was just kind of like a general. Just let's talk about anime.
You
I
mean
like G Gundam.
Japanimation?
Yeah, Japanimation. I like G Gundam. That's my favorite Gundam series because it's like Street Fighter plus Gundams.
Right. Is that the one with all the crazy different international Gundams?
Yeah, it's got Tequila Gundam. He wears a fucking sombrero.
Tequila.
Yeah, that's awesome, that one.
Because tequila comes from cactuses, so it's like cactus theme. And
It comes from cactuses?
You didn't know that?
No.
No. I thought it came from Mexico.
All right, that's racist, Bob. That's 2 strikes, Bob. No, but you really didn't know that tequila came from cactuses?
No.
Learn something new every day, don't you? There he is, fucking Tequila Gundam. I think he's the only one that doesn't actually lose. He just kind of forfeits or something. Fucking badass. Any last words before we get out of here?
Your mom's chest hair.
Oof.
What about it?
Nothing. Mean Girls reference.
I don't remember that movie. I think I seen it one time.
Really lets you know how comedies for this new generation sucks.
That it does.
And that's
All right.
because they really try hard to pander to Gen Z, and I'm like, you're not doing it correctly. You're making them seem like this weird group. They just write normally. I watched a video on it.
Yes, it's made from fucking blue agave.
You lie to me.
Yeah. Well, blue agave is a plant. It's not exactly.
But it's not a cactus.
Oof sounds like mezcal. Does it? All right. I think we need to get out of here. We've dragged this on long enough.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is
Bob. What
prickly,
the heck's
see?
your problem, man?
Thank you all for joining us. If you made it this far, give us a like. Maybe share it with your friends. Probably not. I'd suggest not. We're a little goofy here. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And look forward to some anime reviews that are going to be coming. I'm going to try to get 12. So it's going to be one every Friday night, probably around 8 o'clock. It'll pop up on your subscription feed every Friday, 8 o'clock. It'll be Friday night, Japanimation. I'll be discussing a different one. Might have some guests, might not. Might just be me rambling on like I do. And yeah, I'm going to try to get 12 of them knocked out in the next 2 weeks because I will be on vacation. So I'll be home during the day. I'll be able to watch shows, record videos, get everything set. So that way in December is when I'm going to start releasing them. Since my vacation goes into November, I don't want to start releasing them in November.
I wish I had a vacation.
Well, you could. Do you have a job?
Unfortunately,
You don't get no vacation time at your work?
I don't have enough for a day of vacation.
Red Bull says, cut this subs only shiz. What's up with that? What's up with that is we've been getting a lot of spam bots and a lot of people who are harassing others.
They love Tony too much.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, that's what we're going to have to do.
Got to do what we got to do.
I think I only put you had to be subscribed for like a half hour before the show. All right. Yes, really. It is ridiculous. We had people coming in, dropping other people's addresses and doing all kind of goofy shit. And it's just, I don't want to deal with it. How's that cut it out? Because bots don't subscribe to your channel. So that gets rid of that. And the other people, they don't want to subscribe to your channel because they're not here because they like you. So they usually try to make the alt accounts day of, and then they're not subscribed fast enough, so then they don't get to fuck around. And that's also why I put a 5-second delay on the on your comments, the slow mode. That also helps combat that. Better than 48 hours, yeah, exactly. It is what it is. Hopefully in a couple of weeks, they'll move on and start bothering someone else. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, Bob and Bianca, for being here. Keeping me
No
company.
worries. Big love to the audience. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
And remember, Akira is 100% over
The best anime ever.